Descriptive essay is one of the most important topics in English language, especially composition part. And while writing this one, we often undervalue certain things. And one of the most important things in descriptive essay that we undervalue or often avoid, that is the use of imageries. Now, today's discussion is going to be totally on descriptive essays, but not the entire essay will discuss. What we will discuss first, that is the use of imageries in descriptive essays. So, that is going to be today's topic. So, the topic we will discuss today, that is the use of imageries in the descriptive essays. Now, as it sounds, descriptive essays are totally based on description. But describing something is not that easy work. Just like there are windows in your house, in everyone's house. Now, if I tell you what is that, you'll surely answer this is window. But if I tell you to describe the window, that will be a different matter. So, description is something else. It is greater and nobler than information. When you are asked about a window, you will say that is window. That is providing information, saying the features you are telling me. But when you are asked to describe the window, so many things will come. When we speak about a chair, we see that four legs are there. There is a certain uplifted part where we can rest our back. We can sit there. So these are the information, general information. But when we describe the chair, we can say that this is something, a chair is very common feature to each household. We sit here, we study, we write, we think. Many great poets and writers have created different great writings sitting on their chair, writing on the table. So in this way, you can describe certain things. Your imaginative power should come into effect here. That is why I talked of imageries. Because when the essay comes in board exam or any other exams, you will be asked to provide 2-3 imageries. So first of all, we have to know what is imagery. Now, what is imagery? Imagery is something, the ability to form mental images. To form mental images. Now you have to understand here. Think we are out of our house, we have gone to school or we have gone for a vacation. Cannot you imagine the chair in your house, the roof of your house, the doors of your house, or even other features of your house? Think you met your grandma or grandpa or aunt or uncle some 2 years back. Cannot you remember their faces? Yes, we can remember, because we can form a kind of image, a picture in our mind, and that is imagery. So when we form a picture, an image in our mind, that is called visual imageries. So imageries are just the formation of images in our mind. Now it may be visual, it may be auditory, olfactory, gustatory, kinesthetics. So we should have the valid knowledge of these things. The first imagery is visual imagery. Now what is visual imagery? Now it engages the sense of sight. Now, if I am describing something that I have seen in exam hall, when I am describing the wintry morning or the summer afternoon, it does not mean I am sitting amidst on my roof amidst the winter morning or sitting beside the highway on summer. Actually, I am sitting inside the exam hall and I am writing an essay by thinking, visualizing, and recapitulating those events. those images are coming in my mind and I am writing the essay. So here what we do, we engage the sense of sight, that is visual imagery. What it includes? It includes visual description. It includes, kindly write down what I am writing here. It includes visual description that is required. Just like the size, shape, color of those items. Size, shape, color, quality, and so on. If I am describing a car, the car was beautifully painted, bright yellow and white. So obviously the reader will get the idea of a car as well as get the idea of the color with which the car is painted. Next comes gustatory imagery. Gustatory is the adjective form of taste, so it is related to taste. So what this imagery does, it engages the sense of taste. Now what we do, we include flavor here. This can include the 5 basic tastes, that is sweet, salty. These are basic tastes: salty, sour, bitter, and umami. So these are the taste added here. So think I am writing one essay, and where I am writing that when I was having my lunch, I felt very bad as all the food cooked were very salty. So immediately reader will get the idea of something salty. That means this is gustatory, or this engages the sense of taste. Then comes the next one, and that is auditory imagery. Auditory imagery is related to sound, so engages the sense of hearing. So how it works? Now, what it does, in this one, we talk about sound. Just like the music was too soothing, as if like birds singing in a garden. So here you can understand the sound, something we are hearing. So actually, which figures of speech are used here? Onomatopoeia and alliteration. So basically it is related to the sound. Just like the sound of the rain, just like the sound of the leaves, just like the sound of blowing wind. So different sounds are included in this one. Next one is olfactory imagery. What is olfactory imagery? It engages the sense of smell. It engages the sense of smell. So what is done here? Scent is one of the most direct triggers of memory and emotion. This is very much important in our life. Okay. So scent, just like you are writing the essay. In essay you are writing, when I was crossing the state, I could easily smell the fresh. You could easily smell the fresh breads were made, or biscuits were made in the bakery. Or you can write, while crossing the road, I got the smell of biryani. So different types of smell you can include. When you read a good story or poem, what you will find, plenty of imageries are added there. So there is olfactory. And last one is called kinesthetic imagery. That is kinesthetic imagery. That is that engages the feelings of movement, such like rushing water, flapping winds, the pounding hearts, these are the example of kinesthetic imagery. It related to what? It engages the sense of movement. Something is moving. So basically where it is related to running water or rushing water, flapping of winds, okay, or sound of slap, or something like the paddling of the boat. So different types of movement is included in this one. One more is there that we basically avoid, yet one idea will be, that is tactile imagery, that is related to touch. That is called tactile imagery. This is the sixth one, but I am calling it additional one. Now tactile imagery is related to what? Engages the sense of touch. Okay, so I'm just making it less valid in this particular discussion. But one more is there, that is sensory imagery, that is the feelings. So basically what we do, we add this sensory imagery in this tactile one or kinesthetic one. So these are the imageries that are heavily used in English language while writing essays, especially descriptive essays. Here I have opened one essay. As you can see, there is question number D. Think of a time when you found yourself in an embarrassing situation. Narrate how you got into the situation, how you dealt with. No, it is not. It is narrative. Here it is descriptive. Describe an early morning walk through your city or town in winter. Give details of the smell, sight, and sound. Smell means olfactory. Sight stands for visual, and sound is auditory. So all these three imageries, each imagery you have to provide 3 or 4 examples. Then your essay will be valid. So there is practical implementation of such thing what just we have learned. Here I am going to open another essay. Here it is another one. Describe the detail, the view from your bedroom window. Does your room overlook a park, a busy street? What are the sights, sounds, and smell you typically see? Hear and experience. Now here and experience at different times of the day. So we have different types of imageries to be used. Each imagery 3 examples. So total 15 imageries you have to provide here. So often say the descriptive essays are one of the most I will not call it hard, but I will call it obviously a different kind. One of the most special one. Now difficult, the term should not be applicable here, but you have to think too much before writing a descriptive essay. You cannot simply go sit and write. Plenty of thinking should be there in your mind. Ideas should come fluently. Then only you can put down your thoughts properly on the paper. So few more essays we will discuss in the live classes. So till then, up to this, you should go through this topic thoroughly. This is very, very important.